Welcome back, everybody. This is the Benjinator, and you are watching Let's Play Chrono Trigger. This is part 16, and we've just found out that Lavos was created by a guy named Magus, and that Magus was around 400 years ago. So I think we have sort of an idea about what to do next. We have to somehow get to Magus and take care of him. So there's one little thing I do want to show you just briefly. This up here is known as the Forest Ruins. Don't worry about this place yet, because there's a little thing that's inaccessible right now, but later on, keep that place in mind, because you will be checking it out later. So anyway, one little useful thing that I do want to show you first of all is if you hit the select button, you get to kind of see where you are on the world map. And Guardia and Poor is to the I guess you call that the west? Yes, the west of us. And so we're in kind of the central continent at the moment. Always fun stuff. But also, there's also another short thing I do want to show to you guys, and that is going to be this thing right here. Is that now that we have, now that we've gone through the end of time, you can actually equip random party members, even those who are not in your party. So you can mess around with Robo's equipment if you like, and that sort of thing. Always good stuff. All right, so now we are going to check out that strange man that was mentioned to the. Yeah. Oh, Melchior. Okay, so that's the strange man. Interesting. He's the guy from the fair who was trying to take Marley's pendant. This guy, well, he seemed like he was okay. Let's go say hi to him. So here he is. Yeah, let's buy some weapons. Anyway, I'm going to just take a break and buy some of these weapons off screen. I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, guys. Let me just. I just finished shopping, and I just wanted to show you what I did. So I actually got a red katana for Chrono. Marley already had the Robin Bow, just to put that on her, but I got her a Titan vest, and so with Luca. So at the moment, we've got pretty much maxed out stats, sold off the rest of the equipment, used those tabs from the last video, and also got a bunch of mid-tonics. Let me just heal up with the regular ones. But yeah, bunch of mid-tonics, very useful for the next phase of the game. So thank you, Melchior. You're so nice. So anyway, Melchior does have something to say. Weapons. If there weren't evil in this world, there'd be no need for weapons. Well, thank you, John Lennon. What a sad state of affairs. So, anyway, we heard about, oh, okay. There we go. Back to Truce Village. Yeah, because if we want to get back to 400 AD, we have to use that gate that's near the fair. So, all right, this should help. Anyway, we're going to be going on to the next phase of this part, and now we're going to be going to the cave, the Hekran Cave, as it's called. So this is a fun place. A couple of new enemies that'll be showing off. It's a new little dungeon. So, death to the Mystic's enemies. All right, so let me take care of these guys. All right, so those henches were a little bit beefier than the previous henches you've dealt with. There are some repeat enemies in this game, but that's kind of a hint, is that all the enemies here are actually resistant to physical attacks. So an ether. The ethers are very useful here because you're going to be using magic quite a bit. Just something to keep in mind. Oh, and here's a new enemy. We got the jar. Spitting out a bunch of red octopi. Okay, so this is going to be a good chance for me to show off Antipode, one of my favorite double techs with Marley and Luca. So one thing to keep in mind is that that magic jar is completely immune to physical attacks. So you have to just use lightning with these guys and wait for the combo, and you get to use Antipode, which is awesome. It's kind of a group thing, so you kind of have to wait for these guys to get together. I'm gonna see if they move. Okay, maybe not. That's fine. It's gonna be using this, but ice and fire, fire and ice, ba-boom. Yeah, pretty damn good. But anyway, you can just finish off the rest of these the Octoblushes with physical attacks, even though you don't do that much damage. It is good to conserve MP here. So definitely not a bad thing. Oh, getting absorbed by the black thing. And okay, so yeah, these battles are a little annoying just because it takes a little longer to get them. They just wanted, this was just kind of one of those dungeons where they wanted to be a little bit creative and make it so that you have to, you know, use your brain a little bit, not just, you know, tap A repeatedly, which isn't a bad thing. Gives the game a little bit more variety, so woo! Yeah, once Chrono learns Spin Cut, though, you open the doors to a plethora of pretty great double techs with some other party members, so something to keep in mind. Anyway, another enemy. new enemy, and these are, I believe these are the Evil Weevils, or I think they're the Temporites, or something. Temporite, yeah. Tempurite, yes. Like tempura, the Japanese dish. So maybe with these guys we'll get a little closer together so we can antipode them. Antipoding them at the same time. Okay, well I guess they just feel like digging. That's fine. I'll use Antipode and use Lightning on this guy. So, as Antipode gets more powerful, it's kind of fun to watch because you eventually get to the point where Antipode is used on every single enemy, not just a single one. So it's pretty cool. Not quite as cool as some of the other double techs they get later. And of course, once you get into the realm of triple techs, that's when the really fun stuff starts, especially the triple tech between these three. It's pretty good. I believe that there is a triple tech for every pairing, well, every combo that you can get with Chrono. And of course, there's the special ones that you can get without Chrono, but those will be something a little bit different. So just something to keep in mind. You get to look forward to some pretty awesome animations and techniques that are very powerful. So, all right, now we got once again another new enemy, and these are roly-polies. You've seen the polies, you've seen the rollies, but have you seen the roly-polies? And unlike their cousins, they have the inability to get out of their little ball. They are perma-balled, if that's the thing. And as you can see, physical attacks do next to nothing, but Fire Whirl is still very useful, so let's give him a good Fire Whirl, and this probably should take him out. Not too difficult at all. There you go. Only 50 HP, and they're dead. Et voila. Perfect. All right. Mid-tonic. Not that we need any more of those. We've purchased about 23, so we're in good shape as far as that goes. So, anyway, just go over here, and let me just take care of these bats. Familiar enemy. And there we go. So, yeah, also resistant to magic, but Fire Whirl is still your friend. Okay, so the Magic Scarf. This does actually help. This boosts, I believe, your magical ability. And considering now that we have magic, I think that this is actually more useful for Marley. So, yeah, magic's +2, not bad. Let me just heal up, use some mid-tonics. Yeah, because this dungeon does have a lot of enemies that are weak to magic, it's always a good thing to do. Yeah, this is a fun dungeon, but it's kind of also a pain just because, as you've seen, the enemies are very resistant to that type of magic. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, more Temporites, 4 of them. Let me just take care of these guys. Oh, there we go. Tempura pie. So I'm actually a little bit excited because the video that H.C. Bailey made of this, which was a long time ago, a couple years ago, my pacing is about on his pace too. So like his 20th video is a couple dungeons from now. So it's nice to know that I'm not going too fast or too slow, at least compared to the RPG LP master. And here we got some more roly-polies. Let me just take care of these dudes. All right, perfect. So, yeah, enemies here can get a little tedious, but I'm actually pretty pleased that I've managed to go this whole time without. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Bats take me by surprise. Anyway, yeah. So I've somehow managed to make it 2.5 weeks, and I'm still doing Let's Plays, which is a big accomplishment for me since I oftentimes make these really lofty projects and I never really follow through. So the fact that I've stuck with this is pretty good. I just have to try to actually get to the end. But for you guys, I will. Anyway, so here is another mysterious chest. Ooh. So just remember, keep in mind the locations of these chests, because you do want to go back and get them later. Anyway, so you walk through this little cave door, and then you actually go under the currents, up through here. This took me a long time to figure out the first time, so if you get a little confused at this part, it's completely understandable. Anyway, so now that we're at the save point, we're going to heal up, and off we go to proceed. And as you all know, if there's a save point in the middle of a dungeon, that could mean that a boss is on the other side. So let's see what's through this door. Ooh, it's loading. And let's go up here and... Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh, that really doesn't sound good. Yes, and now we are fighting Hekron, the master of this cave, and he looks a little bit frightening. And this guy is actually a little bit tricky. He's definitely one of the more difficult bosses, I think. So, what you basically want to do is that you want to have Crono use lightning, and you want to have Marley and Luca double tech to do antipode. That's usually what I've found to be the most effective way of trying to defeat this guy. But there is one little snag that you're going to see in a little bit. By the way, do not try to attack this guy with physical attacks. He doesn't have any kind of like fierce counter or anything, but it doesn't do any damage. It's like most of the enemies here, as you can see. Yeah, 7. It's not going to do much. So this battle it's fairly straightforward, but there is going to be one part that you're going to have to watch out for. Yeah, that is one of the more annoying attacks that he uses. Is oof, yeah, 95. So keep that in mind. Something you don't want to mess with. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just keep your healing up because he does use the whirlpool attack, and that can be a real nuisance. Okay, so when he says go ahead, try to attack, do not attack. He's trying to bait you. All you gotta do is wait until he puts his arm down. Then you can attack him. So something to keep in mind. There we go. Same with his brief counterattack break. That is when you attack back. Because if you attack him when he has his arm up, he will attack with what was it? Water Whirl or something, and that really hurts. That's like 100+ damage on all your party members, and you're not at a point in the game where you can afford to deal with that type of damage. So if you don't do that, all you really have to do is put up with the whirlpool attack. That's all you got to deal with, which can be annoying, of course, as you can see, but it's survivable. You'd have to attack you at least 3 times consecutively to kill you. And then there's the yes indeed attack, which is also a little bit of a pain. Not quite as much damage as Whirlpool, but something to keep in mind. Yeah, because so far this game has been pretty easy. Oh crap! Yeah, see, now you're gonna see what happens when you do this. I may not actually survive this battle. If I don't, I'll just cut it out. Yeah, see, Water Wave. This is gonna be major ouchies. So yeah, fortunately it didn't kill anybody, but now we're all gonna have to revive ourselves. See, he was tricky though that time, guys. You saw it too, didn't you? Like, he put his thing up just the second that I released an attack. So, all right, we're fine. We're still in good shape. So just wait until it says brief counterattack break, and there we go. Yeah, it's one of the tricky things about when you have the ATB gauge on active, is that it does tend to do things like that. Like, it'll just be like, whoop, shield up, can't do it. Whereas if you have it on wait mode, the entire enemy sequence just freezes. So, yeah, he's got his hand up right now, but that's not official. It's not official until he says go ahead, try to attack. So there we go. We defeated Hecron. Level up, and voila. Defeated a fairly challenging boss. It's easy to mess up. If only the great Magus who brought forth Thawas 400 years ago had destroyed the human race. I don't know why I'm reading aloud. It happens sometimes. But that's hints, guys. That's a big hint. And that is a terrifying face right there. Now he's dead. Yeah, if only he had brought back Magus, the monsters would have ruled things. Yep. Yeah, we kind of put 2 and 2 together before you did, Luca, but, just in case you hadn't. Yeah, there we go. Go to the Middle Ages, check out Magus, change history. Perfect. Marty McFly would be pleased. Yep. Use the gate that brought us to the past. There we go. So let's go on up and see what happens. Yeah, let's jump in a random body of water. Actually, even though it's completely not something that you should do in real life, in this game, it's a very productive thing. And, wow, there we go. We are back in our, we're back in our home continent. So anyway, we figured out that we should be going to the Middle Ages to try to get Magus. We got a new objective. All right. Well, thank you for watching Let's Play Chrono Trigger with the Benchinator. And I will see you next time. We'll find out what happens.